We're going to be looking ahead to the general election in May every week with a local look at a national issue that might affect how you'll vote. This week, it's education and services for young people. In a few minutes, we're going to be having a live discussion focusing on apprenticeships and career-centred education. I'm Rupert Reed, and first I'm going to be finding out how things really are for young people in our area. Starting at primary age, there's a local lack of school places for children. The population is growing and Havering alone will need 5,000 new places in the next few years. But under government policy, local councils are currently blocked from building new schools. So to meet demand, existing schools will have to expand instead. Some will nearly double in size. But that's not the only problem facing local schools, students and teachers. I've been looking into the situation in Tower Hamlets, where 1 in 2 children grow up in poverty, by far the highest level in the country. I spoke to Amanda Phillips, Executive Principal of the Paradigm Trust, a multi-academy trust who run several successful schools in the borough. I started by asking her how they differ from traditional schools.
I don't think we are non-traditional. I think that what we are is a provider of high-quality education, and that is certainly evidenced by our results. So I don't think that we are offering something that is necessarily far removed from what other people would like to be able to offer. I think where we differ is that we're able to make very independent decisions. We are very bold in our decisions, but we are also absolutely wedded to the fact that our pupils need high quality teaching every single day.
And I asked what problems Tower Hamlets' poverty profile causes for students and teachers.
There are a broad and wide range of challenges, but what I think we have to be very careful about in East London is not saying that all of our pupils and students are the most deprived in the country. We have a balance. Yes, there are challenges because there are some very poor families and there are very vulnerable and struggling families. And the education system is the best way, in my view, to actually package around those families the resilience that they need for those young people to have the chances and choices that people like you and I have had throughout our lives.
With that in mind, the biggest concern that these residents have is indeed the care of young people outside school and a feeling that they need more to do.
I live in Montford and there's a lot of little people just hanging around and just not doing nothing. Yeah. If they had something to do...
There's not enough educational places for...
Did you get a good education?
I've left school.
Did you?
I didn't get a good
school. You're saying more, that's
I've got
4.
rubbish
that's
education.
1 out of 4, isn't it?
And are you all from Havering?
Yeah, all from Howard Hill.
My kids don't go out in the evening because the parks are not the same. Yeah. They get bullied, the parks are not the same. My son got bullied twice and now we don't go out.
The problem of needing more to do also affects slightly older young people. In Havering, more 16 to 24-year-olds are unemployed than anywhere else in London. So what can be done about it? Well, in a few minutes we'll be hearing from the main political parties who'll be telling us what they've got to say about education. And don't forget that we're about to have a live discussion focusing on apprenticeships and career-centred education. And we're going to have Lucy Hunt here from Havering College answering your questions. They've been a major driving force in local career-focused learning. You can text 60777 to take part in the discussion, starting your message with the letters DXPFA. I'll be back at the same time next week when we'll be discussing another local issue on Time 107.5.